Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new here, my name is Jess. As you guys can tell from the title of this video, I am doing a book haul today. I said I wasn't going to buy books. I ended up buying books. We've all been there. But I'm going to go ahead and get started because I have quite a few to talk about. So the first book I have here is actually a book that I've already read, but I didn't own the physical copy of. I keep seeing them in bookstores. The second one came out not too long ago, however, and it is still in hardcover form, and I wanted to buy these in paperback because I haven't really been buying hardcover books anymore because they take up so much space on my bookshelves, and that would be Anti-Darken by Kirsten White. You guys have heard me speak about this before on my channel. I absolutely loved it. I believe I rented it from the library the first time that I read it, and I ended up really enjoying it, so I did want to pick up the physical copy, and I'm really excited for the second one to actually be out in paperback because what the fuck, why don't they just release them at the same time? Now the next book I have here is a book I actually already own, but I really wanted the UK edition of it, and you can probably guess what that's going to be. That would be Nevernight by Jake Kristoff. I actually saw this in the bookstore that we were at yesterday. It's a used copy, but it's in excellent condition, and I had to have it because it's so much more beautiful than the version that we have, as well as it has like the black crow on the front of it. It's just so much better than the US edition, and I just absolutely loved it, and I needed to have it. So when I saw it, I picked it up. I was hoping they had God's Grave, but they don't, but I'm gonna go ahead and just order that from Book Depository probably. Now the next book I have here is actually a pre-order that I placed that you guys have known that I am waiting for, and I'm so excited to finally have it. It would be The Fates Divide by Veronica Roth. The only thing about this that I don't like is, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like the cover is off center, and I don't know if it's because of the way they printed it, but I don't really like that, but I still think the cover is really beautiful, and I can't wait to read it, as well as the cover is also embossed like the original one is. It's so beautiful, and I'm so happy to finally have this. You guys have no idea. Now the next book I have here is actually a gift from a subscriber. I've spoken about it before on my channel, but I wanted to include it in this haul. I am so excited to read this. This is Solaris. This is a science fiction book. This is about a man who goes to a colony on another planet to see if he needs to shut down the research that's happening there if they aren't making headway, and he finds everybody kind of like zombified, and I'm really excited to read this, and I'm so glad that she sent this to me. It's also a shorter novel, so I'm also really excited to read it this spring as well, but it's also very beautiful, and I love it, and it sounds really interesting. The next book I have here is actually the second book in a series. I own the first one, but I haven't read it, and I don't really know why I haven't read it because it sounds like something I'm absolutely going to love, but it is The Mime Order. I am so excited to read this series. I hear that it's very complicated and has like a really complicated magic system, and that just sounds like something I'm absolutely going to love, so I'm really excited to start these. I need to put it on my spring TBR, but I think I might wait till my summer TBR, but it just sounds like such a cool series, and these covers are absolutely beautiful. I don't know much about the series other than there's obviously like a really complicated magic system, and there's like a caste system within it. And in the cover of the Bone Season, there's like a breakdown of everything. There's a little bit of that in this, like in the front of the book, but it just sounds like something I'm really gonna immerse myself in, and I'm really excited to read it. Now the next book I have here might shock some people because I don't really read contemporaries, but my friend Jess speaks so highly about this. Also excuse the sticker on the cover, like sticker residue, I can't get it off, but it'd be Love and Gelato. She actually read this when she was in Italy last year, and she just, for some reason, absolutely loved it, and she said that it was such a great book, and I genuinely agree with almost everything she's ever said about a book, so I wanted to pick this up because I'm looking for something a little bit more lighthearted to read going into spring. I'm kind of battling this inner thing with wanting to read only sci-fi books and wanting to read contemporaries and like lighthearted stuff, so I'm really excited to have this. I know nothing about this at all, like at all, but I know that she loved it and that I'm going to love it. The next book I have here is actually a gift that I was sent from my friend Sam, and that would be The Wicked. I am so excited to read this. This book is about a family who moves from New York in a busy town to like a tiny town in like the country, and there's a demon that lives beneath the town, and he really wants children, and it just sounds so cool. This is an adult horror book, which is a genre that I have not been into for a while. I obviously love Stephen King, but it's been a while for me to be able to find a different author within the horror genre that I'm going to like, so I'm really excited to read this. It sounds like something super cool, and I'm so glad that she sent it to me. And the next book I have here is a book that I've actually already read. I read this last week. I read it like last Friday, and I ended up giving it like a 3-star. It it wasn't the worst book I've ever read, but it's definitely not the best book I've ever read, and it's Your Welcome Universe by Whitney Gardner. There's actually going to be a live stream for this book coming in the beginning of May. I'll give you guys more information on that when we get closer, but I kind of liked it. I thought the story was really cool. I liked all the representation in it. It's about a deaf girl who goes to this deaf school, and someone writes like a tag on the back of their school making fun of her best friend, so she tags over it, and then her best friend rats her out, and she ends up going to like a school for like normal kids and making like a new friend, and it's just a really cool story. But there's just bits and pieces of it that really fell flat for me, but I still really liked it, but it wasn't the best book that I've ever read. If you guys want my full review for that, it's already on my blog, but I did want to include this because I did recently haul it. I just happened to also recently read it. And the next books I have here are actually sent to me from Penguin Teen, and I'm so excited to have these. I know nothing about them because I'm trying to avoid spoilers completely. I just know that most people who have read these have absolutely loved them, and that would be The Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. I am so excited to own these finally. Also, I think the covers are just absolutely gorgeous. I know people hate these covers, but I actually really love them. I was looking for these in paperback with these covers, and I couldn't find them anywhere other than Amazon, so I was holding out. So now that I own these, I cannot wait to read them. So thank you, Penguin Teen, for sending these to me. And the next book I have here, there's actually a full review going up on Friday that I've already filmed for you guys about this comic book. Spoilers, I didn't love it as much as I wanted to, but it'd be Cyborg 9. I have heard really great things about this, well, at least about the manga and the anime, but the comic book kind of fell flat. I'm not going to go too in-depth on what this is about. If you guys want more information, you can watch that video. But essentially, it's about these people who are kidnapped and they were turned into cyborgs by this company in an effort to start World War III. So if you want any more information, you can find that in either my blog, because I've already done a full blog post on it, or in that video that's going up on Friday. And the next book I have here, I don't know if I've talked about before, but I'm going to include it here just in case I haven't, because this was also a pre-order, and that would be Blood of a Thousand Stars by Rhoda Beleza. This book, you guys, I loved the first one. It was like a very guilty pleasure sci-fi read for me. It was my first toe dipped into sci-fi YA, so I'm really excited to read the second one. I cannot really remember what happens in the first one, however. I just know the main character is kind of seeking revenge on the people who killed her family, but she's completely wrong about the people who killed her family. There's a little bit of love, things like that in there, but I definitely want to read this one because I'm like, I want to reread the first one and then read this one because I remember loving it so much. And the last book I have here is also a gift from my friend Sam. I actually won a giveaway that she was holding, which is just hilarious. A giveaway that she was having for this book and a couple of other items. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I do know this was an Owl Crate book, and I know most people that have read this, it's like a mixed review on whether or not it's a good book, but I know it has dragons, and I know it has a badass female main character, and that would be Before She Ignites. I'm really excited to read this. Also, the cover is really beautiful. I like the shiny, like, gold parts of it. It just seems like such a cool book. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about all these books, but I really love dragons. I love stories with dragons, so I think that I'm really going to love this one, and I can't wait to get around to it. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all the books that I shouldn't have bought but ended up buying anyway. I'm not necessarily on a book ban, but I am trying to read all of the books that I already currently own, so I shouldn't be buying books, but I am anyway. But I hope you guys like this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!